Hey everybody, welcome to today's call. Apologies, we are not going to be live on YouTube for this call, but if you're seeing us on YouTube, you are watching the replay. So welcome to today's call. We have with us Doug Kyle, who is going to walk through digieBot and also probably give us a little note on what's going on with nSights DeFi Trader. digieBot is an automated trading platform. And we're just super excited with what we're seeing from digieBot over these past several years. We're excited to get more people to come and join us and see what this is all about. So Doug, I'm going to turn it right over to you.
Thanks, Deb. Yeah, welcome everybody to our Tuesday call. Kind of mix it up a little bit this week over last week, but want to kind of go through really where we're at, what we're doing in the new year a little bit, and some of the directions that we're going, because starting on the 11th of this month, our goal is to launch our new platform, which is called nSights. So we'll have two trading platforms. One is digieBot and the other is nSights. They do two different things. They really work in two different worlds within the crypto space, but both extremely exciting. And so we're going to go through digieBot a little bit. We'll talk a little bit about nSights, and we'll hopefully get you guys excited about this whole crypto world where I think people are making tremendous amounts of money, lots of potential for the future, and a great way to kind of hedge what's going on around us, around the world. So we're very excited about the opportunity to be in this space at this time. So Deb, I'm going to share my screen. Is everything looking good? We see the nSights trading all day?
Yes, I see it.
Perfect. All right, guys. Well, let's gonna kind of keep this as short and tight as I can, but I really do want to drive home the fact that I believe that the opportunity that we have in the crypto space is unlike any other opportunity we've had in history. And I know the money that some people are making in this space is really worth us taking time to do a couple things. One, understand the opportunity. And two, for a lot of us, pay the price, I'll say it that way, pay the price that it takes to get involved in this space. It's not something that you just dive into and think, oh, I'm just going to go get into crypto, right? It really does take a staff of people or a group of people that are committed to helping you get involved in this space. And that's the group that we have created here in what we call our Nexus ecosystem. We have Peter's on another call right now talking about one of our other tokens. We have staff of people that work in Zoom rooms to help people get what we call onboarded in this space, that helps them understand how to get Bitcoin or how to get BNB or even what BNB is, and helps them understand what they need to know to take advantage of this space. We've committed a lot of resources and a lot of time to helping people take advantage. So I'm going to go through a little bit about digieBot and crypto, but I wanted to lead in with that because so many people think, well, I don't know anything about this crypto thing, or I don't know anything about how to even get involved. We have the staff and team to help you do that. So that's important for you to know up front that we have your back, so to speak, when it comes to getting involved in the crypto space. So let's go through and kind of talk about why you might want to be involved in the crypto space and what it's all about. First, let's cover a little bit about the legalese that we got to cover. The past performance that I'm going to show you is no guarantee to future results. Even though I can show you a lot of past performance and great results, doesn't mean that's going to happen in the future. Our guess is that it will happen, but we can't guarantee that, right? And we never know what outside forces, like maybe governments and other things, might do to affect this crypto space. We stay ahead of that. But anyways, we have to give that disclosure that past performance is no guarantee future results. Never trade with money you can't afford to lose, because there is a risk in trading, even though we try to mitigate that risk. All right, so with that, why digieBot? And I'm going to go through a number of things here up front is I'm going to talk a little bit about digieBot's money management. I'm going to talk a little bit about its volume, the way that we look at the market, which is very, very unique to other systems. In fact, it's proprietary to us because we developed it. Our algorithms, our AI is proprietary to us because it's completely developed by us. And in the end of this, there's going to be a little bonus offer for you guys. So I'm going to slide this over. And Deb, tell me if you see now the digieBot screen.
Yes, I do. I see it right there.
Perfect. Great. Well, I want to look a little bit at Digi itself here, so you kind of know what I'm talking about as I go through everything. digieBot is a automated trading platform that is designed to trade in the crypto space. NSI, our other trading platform, is designed to trade in what is called the DeFi crypto space. Two different crypto areas, but both very, very profitable and very exciting. But what you're looking at here on your screen right now, and if you're listening by radio, I'm showing the kind of the back end of digieBot's trading platform. It's very, very simple to understand. It lists your total trades. It lists your average profit per trade, how many trades that you've taken. It's where you set up what we call our parent trades or our algorithms that allow Digi to trade on your behalf. So a couple of things that are really important when we talk about digieBot: we never have access to your money. Your money is on an exchange. We trade it on your behalf for you through what's called an API system that allows no withdrawals. We can't get you your money. We can't withdraw your money. All we can do is allow our algorithms to trade on your behalf. We're going to look at our algorithms here in a second. I'm going to show you just how profitable they are. But I just wanted you to get a little idea of what the back end of Digi kind of looks like in terms of what you see and what you kind of work with. Very, very clean system, very easy to work with. When we talk about getting involved in the crypto space, getting involved in Digi is going to be the easiest thing that you do if you're new to crypto. The hardest thing that you're going to do is just learn the basics of how to get a Bitcoin, how to transfer coins, just doing those basics, of which our staff helps you learn to do those things. But once you got those down and the staff's helped you, plugging into digieBot, super, super simple. So that's digieBot. That's what Digi looks like. But does Digi make winning trades? Is Digi profitable? So we'll talk a little bit about that, and I'm going to show you here some winning trades. And I believe that it's important that I show you the winning trades so that you know that we have the authority in this space to talk, right? There's a lot of people that talk that I don't believe have the authority to do so. Some people are new to this space. They may know just a little bit more than you, but maybe not a whole lot more than you. I've been trading Forex and crypto for over 20 years. I have a tremendous background in trading. My trading partner, Brendan, is the same way. Our programming staff, a boss, has been trading now over 5 years. He has learned everything about trading. We have up to 25 programmers working full time on digieBot. So this isn't just this little program. It is a very significant system that is very profitable. And I'm going to show that to you right now. What you're looking at on your screen is actually our live trade. You see it says live here. I'm looking at the month of November. You can see November 1 to November 30th. You can see that I'm only looking at the Kraken exchange. We also trade on Binance. So you'll see similar results on Binance, but I'm just going to show you one today. I'm showing you the sold trades for the month of November in live accounts. These are real users, real accounts. In fact, I'm going to turn that portion off so we don't see the user info. And then I'm going to scroll down the page. You're going to look at this P&L here. Starts off at 5.58%. That's one trade. So if you're listening on radio, this column I'm showing is percents of profit per trade. Here's a 2.74. Here's a 3.1. Here's a 3.99, 4.12. There's a couple of fives in between that, a 3.8. So I'm just randomly looking at numbers as I go down this screen and they catch my eye. 5.97, 2.27. I want to be real fair with what I see. Scrolling down 3.1, 4.35. I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom now because there's 100 trades on this page. In the month of November, we took 11,917 winning trades for our traders. Okay. That is not uncommon because when we look at the entire year, I'm going to run the entire year. I'm going to go back and set this date to the beginning of January 1 of last year. And we're going to look at the winning trades from January 1 to 11/30 because those are the trades that have gone through and closed. We'll add December probably towards the end of this month to this result. There we've got the scan done. Again, I'm going to remove the trader information here so we don't expose our traders. But again, the profit column is the same, scrolling down. And one of the things that you'll notice is everything's green. There is no negative trades. In Digi, we believe in trading coins that we trust and believe in. We believe in holding those assets for a period of time, whatever that period of time it takes to take that asset that may go negative for a little while and turn it back into a positive trade. And that's where our money management comes in. We use a very advanced cost averaging system, and we use a long-term hold system. We have a couple of different systems that we use to take our trades and turn those into profit. So you'll see all profitable trades. We don't believe in taking a negative trade. It's not that we don't take them, because sometimes our traders will close out their trades on their own negative. We can go back and pick those trades up that have been closed, attach them to a new trade, take that negative amount and trade it back to a positive amount. We don't believe inside Digi to leave anything negative whenever possible. And again, we can't guarantee the future, but so far you can see the results. So last year we took 126,543 winning trades just in Kraken alone for our traders. Binance would be a very similar result. So do we have winning trades? Yes, we do. And we have money management that works, that makes this work for our traders. I'm going to show you one other screen, then I'm going to get back to the slides to kind of go through the rest of the presentation. But it's important for you to understand why this works. It's not something that's random, right? It's not by accident that we have such good winning results or such good trades. When you were looking on the slide a while ago, one of the things that I was pointing out, or we're going to talk about, was the volume analysis right there on the screen. What does that mean? The volume analysis is really what makes digieBot work. When we look at the chart here, I'm going to show you a chart that has what's called Japanese candlesticks. For most of you that are traders, you're looking at this screen, you're going, you really can't see the Japanese candlesticks because of these blue dots that overlay the candlesticks. Well, what are those blue dots? Well, some of you guys that might be traders are familiar with the term VSA, or volume spread analysis. This is our own system of volume spread analysis, if you would. It's our system that we've developed, that we analyze some of the top volume trades or traders in the world. And what we're looking at here on the screen is Bitcoin. And the smallest blue dot, which is just a little dot here on the candles, it's smaller than an eraser, okay? For you guys that are listening on the radio, probably about 1/10 of the size of an eraser, actually. But that dot itself, that one blue dot, and there's a stack of them on most of these Japanese candlesticks, represents the top 1% of a trader, of trades that are happening. So the smallest blue dot is a volume that's large enough to be in the top 1%. Now, you look at some of these dots that are the size of a baseball compared to that little dot. That dot that's the size of a baseball is a many times exponential size compared to that little dot that is still, that little dot is the top 1%. So when we look at the big blue dots, and we have also cells the exact same way that show up, when we look at the buyers and sellers that are in the top 1 percentile, we understand who's moving the market and where they're moving the market, and more important, where they're accumulating in the market. DigieBot is a system of accumulation. We believe in buying in the market when the market is going down so we get better prices, but we only believe in doing that if we see that there's a tremendous amount of support by some of the largest traders in the world. And so we can go negative on a trade and hold that negative trade for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, and not worry about it, because we still see the buying volume by some of the largest traders in the world. So when that market returns, or we add the cost averaging into it, we end up with the results like we did with over 100,000 winning trades just last year. So it's important to understand why it works, how it works, and that it does work. So let's go back to what we were talking about a little bit here. So we have great money management. We have a proprietary volume analysis system that you just saw. And we have algorithms that take advantage of that volume. So the volume in itself is great, but adding correct algorithms, looking at that volume correctly, and designing algorithms around that volume is what makes Digi work. And so we have developed all the algorithms. You don't develop anything. We did all the front end work and all the back end work. All you do is plug in an API and turn Digi on and let Digi do its thing. So we have money management, volume spread analysis, and we have algorithms at work. And we're going to have a bonus for you at the end of this to help you get involved in the crypto space. And we hope you do, because it is life-changing, we believe. All right. So let's establish for some people, because some people are new to crypto and they don't know this thing that's so unique and different, right? I had friends over for the New Year's, and we were in the living room. Everybody wanted me to tell them about crypto and Digi and everything that we're doing. And most of them are still in the space that they go, I just don't get it. I don't understand, right? And for me, I'm not sure how important it is that we initially understand more than just getting involved, right? Because when we look at the space itself, some of the smartest people on the planet when it comes to finances, Elon Musk, Michael Saylor here at the top, the Winklevoss twins, a number of people that are in this space that I believe are some of the sharpest people, again, on the planet when it comes to finances, are in this space. So do I need to understand everything about crypto, or do you need to understand everything about crypto to get involved? I think that's what a lot of people do when it comes to investments or things like this. They wait to fully understand, and in some cases, they miss the opportunities. I want to establish the authority for the space based on what some of I think the brightest people on the planet when it comes to finances are doing, okay? So let's look at this. So we know some of those guys. Here's Elon Musk, right? Listened to a great series on him this weekend, gained a whole new level of respect for this gentleman and what he's trying to do around the world. But he believes Bitcoin is going to $1.5 million per coin. That's an important number. We'll look at Michael Saylor here in a little bit. He was the guy in the top left-hand corner. He believes that Bitcoin is going to go to 5 million. And he has billions of dollars that he has put into Bitcoin, and so has Elon Musk. So these guys believe in the per Bitcoin value, but in the blockchain itself, other companies are putting tons of money into this technology. Bank of America has patents on the blockchain. MasterCard has patents on the blockchain. IBM has patents on the blockchain. And it goes on and on and on. Amazon has patents on the blockchain. And most of these companies that are developing patents on the blockchain are not only developing them for the US, they're developing them for worldwide, right? And most of those patents can range anywhere from $10,000 a patent to literally millions of dollars a patent. And so these companies are putting a tremendous amount of money into the blockchain technology. So now we have some of the smartest people on the planet that are investing in the blockchain technology and Bitcoin. And we have some of the biggest companies in the world investing in the blockchain technology. So is it here to stay? Is there an opportunity here? Absolutely. And it's still just in the beginning stages of getting started, right? Where people are talking more and more about it. We're talking about Bitcoin being accepted at stores and banks and all kinds of things, but it's still at the beginning point of what I believe is really going to happen in this blockchain space. And if you look at Elon Musk's prediction of 1.5 million, you understand that we're still in the beginning because Bitcoin is still around that 40,000 to 60,000 per Bitcoin price. And again, another important thing while we're on that price per Bitcoin, you don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin. You'll see that you can do it in fractions. Excuse me, fractions of Bitcoin. So it's important to know that you don't have to come up with 60 grand to get into the game, right? All right, here we go. So let's look at some of the Bitcoin predictions. Math here, he once owned 5% of all the Bitcoin in the world, right? And you can read about him. He believes that Bitcoin is going to go to $1 million, just like Elon Musk, but he believes that'll happen in 2037. This gentleman here, Weiss, he's on the board of directors for PayPal. I believe he is the guy that's probably directly responsible for PayPal getting involved in the blockchain space and starting to take crypto. He believes it's going to go to $1 million by 2027. I like his prediction better than the other one, because it comes in 10 years earlier, right? By 2027. Here's Citibank. Now, Citibank had a forecast this year that Bitcoin would hit 120 grand by the end of the year. It didn't do that. So this is what's important about forecasts. The dates and the amounts don't always happen like they're forecasted. We hit 70,000. We went from an 8,000 number somewhere around there to 70,000, significant growth. But just because we missed the date doesn't mean that that number still isn't going to happen. That we could hit that number sometime in this first quarter, second quarter, sometime this year. Who knows, right? It's just a prediction. But the key here is places like Citibank are putting in a lot of trust in Bitcoin and the blockchain space and coming up with predictions of what they think that this coin, Bitcoin, is going to do. Pretty amazing, right? All right. So let's talk about you earning some Bitcoin and or making Bitcoin, because at the end of the day, that's really the goal, is to end up owning a fraction of a Bitcoin. Like I said, you don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin, but owning a fraction of a Bitcoin and increasing that fraction of a Bitcoin through a trading system like digieBot and nSights, increasing the value or accumulating more coins over time, so that when it does go to $1 million, you end up owning a quarter, a half, 3/4, one Bitcoin or multiple Bitcoins when it hits that number. So here's how we do it at digieBot. So digieBot, obviously I showed you the trading, the 5%, the 2% that they're making on their trades. And every one of those trades is accumulating more Bitcoin. So we'll trade other coins against the Bitcoin. And when we close out those coins, we trade them back to Bitcoin so that we end up accumulating more Bitcoin. Our goal is very, very simple when it comes to digieBot. A little bit different in NSI, but digieBot is very simple. It is all about the accumulation of Bitcoin and helping you get at least a portion or a whole Bitcoin, if possible, before it hits $1 million. That is our goal. And we do it two ways. We do it through trading, and we also have what's called an affiliate commission program. I believe in this space so much that I try to tell everybody I can about the opportunity. And I want to be clear, to me, this is much different than other opportunities out there, right? That our friends try to get us involved with, and in some cases, we've tried to get our friends involved in, right? This is different. This is a trading machine that's designed to accumulate Bitcoin and is trying to accumulate Bitcoin before it goes to $1 million. That accumulation today, and we're accumulating Bitcoin either through the affiliate commission program and or through trading, gains a certain amount of Bitcoin at the price today. Now, this is a concept that's very, very important. The price today, $40,000, $50,000, is very low compared to where it's predicted to go. So we have what we call an X factor or an X factor growth. Anything that I accumulate today, if it goes to $1 million in 2027, will be worth exponentially more because of that growth or that X factor growth that we call it. So that's very important to understand as we go through the rest of these slides, because I'm going to show you what that X factor growth can do for you and why getting involved in crypto today and getting involved in accumulation today can change your life. And I mean that seriously. And again, that's why I tell all my friends, everybody I know, whether they get involved in Digi or not, or whether you get involved in Digi or not, the fact is that you need to be involved in crypto. And I hope by the end of this, you understand the importance of that, because it will change your life, I believe, in a positive way. Again, we can't guarantee trades, we can't guarantee the future, but we can look at the writing on the wall and see where things are going and say, this is a good option for me to kind of take a risk in and see if I want to get involved. Excuse me. All right. So we pay in affiliate commissions, and this is an important point. We pay our affiliate commissions in Bitcoin. So now we help accumulate Bitcoin through trading, and we pay affiliate commissions in Bitcoin. All right. So here's a couple of important things. Bitcoin this year hit about 70,000. We talked about that. Remember, Elon Musk predicted 1.5 million by 2027. So when we look at that, from where we are today to 2027, if it takes that long to get there, that's about a 2,446% growth in just Bitcoin. That's the X factor. That's that growth factor that I'm talking about. Well, let's remember what this guy said here, Michael Saylor, right? Love Michael. Go out and listen to his YouTube. You'll really get educated on the future of Bitcoin, I believe, by just listening to him. Again, he believes that we're going to go to $5 million. If we did that, when we hit the $5 million, that is about an 8,415% growth from today. So significant upside potential. That's why all of these guys are involved in it, and it's a great hedge for the future. All right, so we understand that there's potential there. Let's look at a couple of commissions, though, that we paid out just about a month ago. Paid one gentleman about $4K in Bitcoin and another person about $3K in Bitcoin, just as a couple of examples. And again, there's a lot of people that we didn't pay anything to because it didn't refer anybody. But the people that referred, that's the example that I'm giving, right? So 4K was a little over 6% of a Bitcoin when I did this slide. It'll be plus or minus that today, but it was about 6% of a Bitcoin. And that 4K, 4,000 USD value of Bitcoin, when we go to 1.5 million, like Elon is projecting, that 4,000 now becomes worth $97,000. X factor growth, right? When it goes to, and if we hit that 5 million number that Michael Saylor is talking about, that 4K now turns into $377,000. That's for 1 month, right? That's doing nothing else. If they never did anything again, they own that Bitcoin. That has been given to them already. They can just hold that Bitcoin, and if we go to $5 million, they have $377,000. If they allow Digi to trade that Bitcoin that they got through their affiliate commissions, right? They put it in the system. Now Digi will start trading that Bitcoin and helping them, or trying to help them, accumulate more Bitcoin, so that not just the X factor growth, there's growth through the trading of the affiliate commission, so they can put that back in to the system and gain more Bitcoin between now and maybe 2027, when it goes to 1 million or 5 million or whatever it hits, right? So in this scenario, this is a way for people to absolutely change their future, not just by getting involved in Bitcoin itself, but getting involved in Digi and allowing Digi to accumulate more Bitcoin for them. So let's dig a little bit deeper. That's the X factor growth at work I talked about. And let's look at the affiliate commission plan itself. Very basic. It's a 3-level plan. Pays you 12% on the first person that you bring in, or a direct, what we would call a direct. That person that you brought in would bring in somebody else. Then you get paid 23% on that person. We pay the most on the second level because that's usually the level that most people come in on, and we really want to help people accumulate Bitcoin. And the third level is 4%. And the whole goal is to take advantage of that X factor, accumulate Bitcoins, get Digi trading those Bitcoins for you, growing that account, so that, yeah, maybe if you get 1 Bitcoin, we hit $1 million, maybe you will have $1 million then. There's no guarantees, but maybe you can have more than a Bitcoin or less than a Bitcoin by getting involved. But whatever you do, if we go to $1 million per Bitcoin and you've gotten involved and the trading goes the way that we think that it's going to go, then it will change your future. So will you get $1 million? That's to the future, and that's to how involved you get. But there is the opportunity to get a Bitcoin and hit that goal. All right, well, how much does it cost? Let's get down to really what this costs right now. This may change in the future, but this is what it is today. We have a point card system. It's like a prepaid phone card, so to speak. You buy a certain amount of points, and when you buy those points, then Digi will start trading your account for you. These points that you buy, this is not the money that Digi's trading. This is the money that you're signing up to allow Digi to take a trade on your behalf. You still deposit money in your exchange, and that's the money that Digi's trading on your behalf. And again, we do not have access to that money. We just have the ability, through your permission, to trade it on your behalf. So what does it cost? Okay, so a $100 trade costs about 50 cents. You buy this little prepaid card. Every time you take a $100 trade, 50 cents is deducted off of that card. If a trade goes below $100, like $50, it's 25 cents. You can go all the way down to a $5 or $1 trade, and it will reduce the fee all the way down in the same proportion that I'm showing you right here. So you get an idea: $100 trade, 50 cents, $50 trade, 25 cents. But what if you trade more than $100? $200 trade is $1. No big deal, right? So Digi will take that trade on your behalf, manage that trade, hold onto that trade, do the cost averaging, or trade through long-term trade that trade back to profit through a targeted percentage based on Digi's AI or target that you set, and it'll trade that back to profit for you, all for $1 if it's a $200 trade. So Digi's doing a lot of work for you for $1, right? Pretty exciting. All right. So with that said, guys, I love this prediction here. I love what Abraham Lincoln says, the best way to predict your future is to create it. And that is exactly what we have done in digieBot and nSights. We are creating our future. How are we doing that? We're doing that by accumulation of cryptocurrencies that we believe have a growth factor much greater than any other financial opportunity out there. And again, no guarantees in trading, but everybody in this space is super excited about the future and where it is going. So we believe it's the best way to predict the future is create it. That's what we've done. And we're going to help you get involved. For 30% off today, and this is good through next week on the 11th, we're giving 30% off of our $500 card, right? So that means the card will cost only $350. You'll hold that card, you'll deposit money in your exchange, and then every time Digi starts trading for you, it will deduct a little bit of the points off of that card. When that card gets down to zero, you will have accumulated hopefully a lot of cryptocurrency. You'll buy a new card and start all over again. Now that's important for two reasons. One, everybody you bring in, every time they buy a card or buy a new card, you get paid. If you brought them in, you get paid in Bitcoin, right? And you get to accumulate more Bitcoin. So there's two ways inside Digi to have rapid, hopefully rapid Bitcoin accumulation. One, through the actual trading in the market, and two, through the affiliate commissions and being involved in Digi. And we try to make that very simple for you to get involved with. All right, so coming soon, right? We've been talking a little bit about nSi. I don't want to confuse everybody, but there's two real distinct markets here. And again, this will be over some people's heads because you don't know the space. But there's the market that trades Bitcoin and Ethereum and some of the coins that you may have heard of, like Cardano or ADA or Litecoin and stuff. Those are kind of the main standard old guard coins, if there is an old guard in this space. But there's a new market too. nSi, we launched our own token called nSi. There's True Badger, another token that we launched, and Sapphire, another token we launched, but there's tokens coming out every day. And the question is how to understand the risk of those coins and what are the opportunities of those coins. Some of the greatest money-making opportunities will be in the DeFi space, along with what Bitcoin's doing, but there'll be coins that will make many times the X factor that Bitcoin will make, because some of these new coins coming out will have tremendous growth. So nSights is designed to take advantage of the launching of new coins and vetting those coins and vetting the team members of those coins to help people understand what might be a good coin and what might be a bad coin, or what is a short-term trade potential in and out, or a long-term trade that might have what would be a Bitcoin kind of growth or greater. So nSi is coming soon. In fact, it will be available. This is kind of an image of nSi, give you an image of it. It will be available on the 11th of this month. We will start trading that live in the DeFi space is our goal. Give or take a day or two, we'll hit that date on the 11th. So I just want to personally thank you for taking the time to hang out with us today. I really want to encourage you to really do some due diligence, do some research in the crypto space. Now, again, if you're brand new, I understand it can be very confusing, and it's a lot of new terms. That's why we put a staff together that runs an onboarding call. We have software to help people get onboarded. We have rooms that we bring people into and hold your hand to try to get you to understand the space, so that you do not lose the opportunity that is probably the greatest opportunity, I believe, in the history of mankind in terms of being able to make money. So that is our presentation for the day. Deb, I just want to say thank you to everybody. And that's it. I don't know if there's any questions out there. If so, we could answer one or two, but if not, that's it.
I don't see any questions. Thank you so much, Doug. That was amazing as always. And we'll come back with everybody next Tuesday. I'm not sure about same time, or we might think about that. Not sure, but anyway,
Yep.
we will.
I think we need to shift because we do run into this. So we'll work on that, folks, for next week so that we can be live.
Excellent. Thank you, Doug.
Thank you, Deb.